Greetings YouTube, it's JC Bad Edit Pro with another video about audio, and today we're going to talk about this nifty little unit right here. This is an Optimus SCT-50 by Radio Shack. It is a CD player and cassette combo machine, and up until I saw this in the Radio Shack catalog a few days ago, the 1992 Radio Shack catalog, I did not even know this thing existed. I thought that the only people who had ever put a CD player and a cassette in the same box was TIAC here with the TIAC AD500. It's very funny how I came across this machine. The YouTuber Clyde Site sent me a message and was telling me about a machine he was restoring for a friend. And it was a Radio Shack CTR-66, and he directed me to the catalog so I could look at it. And while I was flipping through, I found this one, the SCT-50 here. And I was intrigued by it and went on eBay to see if I could find one, and I did. And I got it for $30, and it arrived today in very good condition, except for a couple of things, one of which I could fix and the other one I couldn't. The thing that I could fix was it was running a little fast when I got it. The speed was just a little off and a little fast. That was no big deal. I could adjust that in about 5 minutes. The thing I cannot fix, and I cannot demonstrate in my video because of that, is the recording function. When you try and record, you only get the right channel showing on the meters, and it also only records the right channel on the tape. But the playback is superb, and so I'm not real worried about not being able to record on this machine. I have several other tape decks, and plus I've got the AD500 here to make tapes. I'm really concerned about playing them back, and I'm just tickled pink to have one of these in working condition. So let's get down to the features of this machine. We'll start over here at this side, and I do apologize for the video quality. This is the darkest part of the room, but it's the only place I can hook this up. So just have to kind of bear with it. Here's your power switch right here, and that's self-explanatory. This is your mode. You can either have it in tape mode or dubbing mode. When it's in dubbing mode, the output from the CD player is fed through the same output as the tape deck, so you can wire this up just like a tape deck and get full functionality. Also, when it's in dubbing mode, you can put a tape in and have it in record, and the machine is in like an electronic pause at that point. The motor does not run until you hit play on the machine, and that way you get a synchronous function. If you hit stop or pause on the CD player, the motor stops over here. Very interesting. I never saw anything like that before. If you have it in this mode, then you have a pretty much separate CD player and cassette deck in one box with two separate outputs. And that's the way I like to run it. I have it hooked up to the amplifier here as the tape deck is on that switcher coming into aux, and then this machine is now tape 1. So that is the two ways that you can actually run the deck. Down here is your open close for your CD player, and the CD player is just about as simple as it could possibly be. You'll see it found the disc, gives us the time there, and that's that. There is no elaborate display. Down here you have fast forward and rewind, or fast ahead and back, whatever they call it. Here is your track selector, and then here is play, pause, and stop. It is really quite that simple. You have a repeat function, all or one, and then you have a programming function, which when you press this, you just simply go to whatever track you want to be first. Let's say you want to do 3, and you hit that again. So we're going from 1, 3, and 7. Okay? So that's what the tracks are. And if you want to clear that out, you just hit stop, and it goes away, and it goes back to normal. And very useful indeed. Now, when you're setting up your memory and stuff like that, or when you're playing, let's go ahead and hit play, pause, and have it go to the first track. You'll see it shows that you're on track 1, index 1. machines from this period in time show you the indexes of the CDs. A CD can have 99 tracks and 99 indexes within the tracks, and over the years the display and use of indexes has fallen by the wayside. Unfortunately, this machine will not allow you to skip indexes, or at least I don't think it will. I only have a very few CDs that have indexes within the tracks, so I can't really check that out right now, and this one definitely doesn't. So once you get it queued up, if you hit the button once, oh, it's playing. Okay, I didn't pause it. Okay, you'll see that it's got the time. Let's switch that on so we can actually hear it. Let's play a little bit of the CD. Alright, so we're playing back track 1 now. While it's playing, if you hit display, it will tell you how much time you've got, how much time has gone by in the track. That'll stay up, and then also how much time you have left on the disc. So that's pretty much the basic function. Once the machine is in stop, you can do the same thing. Actually, when it's in stop, you can't do anything. Okay. See, I'm learning as I go. I'm new to it as well. But if it's in play and pause mode, which we'll put it in, then it'll show you the length of the disc there. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the tape deck. Over here on this side, well, before we get there, this is an auto reverse tape deck, so it gives you the modes there, and this is how you actuate the auto reverse. Now, it's a push-button tape deck, which is actually kind of interesting, and it's an auto reverse tape deck. So let us switch the amplifier here to tape 1, so we can actually hear what's coming off the tape deck, and then we'll give it a spin here. I got this queued up and ready to play. Very fine sounding tape deck indeed. Very simple controls. You know, you have your standard tape record. Here's record, play, rewind, fast forward, stop, eject, and pause. And with this machine, since it's an auto reverse deck, you can have it playing, and then you can switch over to the other side. Not a big fan of auto reverse, so probably won't be using that much, but this one actually works very, very well with the auto reverse function, and yes, it does have a little flippy head. And we come over here to this section of the machine, and here are your level controls for recording. If you have it in dubbing mode, this is fed by the CD. If you have it in tape mode, this is fed by the line input, and very groovy here because you can adjust the channels differently. I love these kind of controls. Unfortunately, like I said, this machine does not record. 3-digit counter here, headphone jack there. Now this is interesting. The machine, when it's recording, automatically selects the tape type. But when it's playing back, you have to do it manually. Very strange. So if you push it in, that's the playback for chrome or metal, 70 microsecond EQ. And then here's Dolby B noise reduction. You can switch that in or out. And that is the entire tape deck. Very ruggedly designed. This machine is at least 17 years old, and the tension on the motors, the motor that the belts and everything are in perfect shape. As a matter of fact, the rewind and fast forward tension in there could pull your boat out of the water. Very, very strong indeed. I was surprised. It's a single motor unit. Like I said, auto reverse heads, 2 capstans, and when you switch directions, it just switches the head around. I don't think we'll be able to see the head, but I'll try and get a look at it here. You can see what we can see down there. Oh, you can see it pretty good. So there are the heads, and as you can see, it's just the flippy head, and then it has the back and forth. And the heads are in perfect alignment. They didn't need any tweaking at all. The only tweak that I did on this machine was just the speed, to slow it down just a little bit. It was just a touch fast, but now it is pretty close to spot on. I'm very, very happy about this. Other than the fact that it has that electronic issue where it'll only record the right channel, this machine is in very, very fine shape for its age, and you can't argue with the price. $30 off of eBay. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. This is a Optimus SCT-50 by Radio Shack, and you can read more about it in the 1992 Radio Shack catalog. Check that out at RadioShackCatalogs.com. Very cool page where you can pull up different catalogs and read them from any year. So it's JC, Bad Edit Pro, waving bye-bye. Thanks for watching.